welcome to the cottage. Welcome to your romance update. This is for you if you have Virgo as your sun, moon, rising, or Venus placements. Welcome in, Team Virgo. Let's get started on your reading and see what's going on in your love life, beautiful Virgos. Virgos, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Tell me about the person on Virgo's mind. Tell me about the person on Virgo's mind. Tell me about the person on Virgo's mind, please. Virgo, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Tell me about the person on Virgo's mind. Virgo, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. What about the person on Virgo's mind? Give me 1 second. All right. Tell me about the person on Virgo's mind, please. Tell me about the person on Virgo's mind. Tell me about the person on Virgo's mind. Oh my goodness. Let's see about the person on your mind, Virgo. Tell me about the person on Virgo's mind. Okay, we got a good solid shuffle. It's ready. I can't explain how I know Virgo, I just do. All right, here we go. Well, the Ace of Cups is here in the reverse, the Five of Cups. Seven of Cups in reverse. Very interesting because you felt like this was going somewhere. And then this person may have backed away from something here. The Ace of Cups in reverse. You're disappointed. Five of Cups here because I think I hate to say this, Virgo, but I think you may have honed in on just this person. All right, you may have eliminated other people that you were dealing with, if there were any, or in your mind, you may felt like that this person stood out from the rest. They were a cut above. They didn't, other people didn't compare, and so you're disappointed. Disappointed here, for sure. Give me a little bit more. Give me a little bit more. About this thing, the person on Virgo's mind. Knight of Pentacles, King of Cups, but in the reverse. Wow. It's like they came toward you and then just went cold and lost interest. And you were in this energy of thinking, this is it. You may have thought that, this is it. This is it. They came toward you in a real stable way at first and then just totally backpedaled. It's the backpedaling for me on this thing, Virgo. It's the backpedaling. What happened here with this person? Let's delve into what was going on with this person and the backpedaling. I want to get a little bit more because I've seen, for some reason, they came toward you. I don't know what degree. They could have definitely, you guys could have been in a connection and then they backed away. They backpedaled from it. But if not, it could have just been that, you felt like they were coming towards you and then just lost interest. Oh, my word. You're like, Virgo, it almost feels like this person felt like a light switch to you in the change. All right? Let's get a little bit more on this backpedaling and see if we can get some details around that. See what the energies are like around that backpedaling. See if we can dissect that for you. Knight of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Virgo, you may have been dealing with somebody who was younger. If not, I definitely get somebody who was not as emotionally mature as we would like. Well-meaning, but not as emotionally mature as we'd like. Came towards you, really working on things. Knight of Cups, a lot of romance here. Eight of Pentacles, really investing. And then suddenly backing away. Maybe they may have even friend zoned. Well, let's just stay friends for a while. Yeah, pushed you away. Seven of Wands. Pushed you the hell away. Now you're burdened. Ten of Wands. It's interesting. I think this person was well-meaning. I don't know what happened, though. I don't get this person being a malevolent, intentioned person. Doesn't matter. The disappointment and the sadness on your part is the same. There's no excuse for this, right? But I get that this person is just kind of oblivious, or it just, did they not realize that they were playing with your heart? That emotions are, when you start talking, when you start moving towards someone romantically, I mean, what happened between here and here? What happened between here and here? That's what the gap is that I'm trying to fill in. Page of Cups in reverse, Nine of Swords in reverse. Virgo, I think they got distracted by something else. Maybe another person. I think another person may have hollered at them. I'm going to be real with you. And they just didn't think about it. Nine of Swords, it just never dawned on them. Oh, look, a squirrel. Six of Cups in reverse. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. The Star in the upright. They may have had a history of doing this before, and you may have given them another chance in the hopes that things would get better this time. Or it could be that you kind of may have walked into this thing with some indication that this person may have not been the most stable person in the world. They may have done this to other people, and you were hoping it would go differently for you. Or, you saw some yellowish, orangish, red flags. Were the yellow flags really a little more red than they were orange? Okay. And I think you went in this thing on a wing and a prayer, literally, with the Star card, hoping that this person would overcome their reputation, their past, or their history with you, however that may be, and that they would pick themselves up and do better. I think if you had it to do over again, you'd realize that you may have ignored some red flags. Some people in this predicament would say, I dropped my boundaries. No, you ignored the red flags. You didn't have boundaries. Boundaries you can't drop. I actually did a whole 20-something minute video on Patreon about that a couple days ago. So, yeah, that's a thing, all right? And I feel like that is maybe what happened here. And I think in hindsight, looking back at this thing, you're just kicking yourself, right? I should have listened to my gut. I saw the red flags. It looked flashy though. This person is so romantic and so much fun. How do they feel about you, Virgo? How do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? Let's take a look. How do they feel about Virgo? How do they feel about you, Virgo? How do they feel about you? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. How does this person feel about you right now? How do they feel about you? How do they feel about Virgo? They want to come back around. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. That's a come back around card all day long. Forgiveness. Three of Swords in reverse. King of Cups. My emotions were deeper than I realized. Ten of Pentacles. Well, that's a plot twist I wasn't expecting. That's definitely the turn in the road that I was not expecting. Ten of Pentacles. So they feel like they can be all in. They feel like they can lay everything on the line. Like Ten of Pentacles is all in, long term, everything on the line with you, Virgo. The question is, what is everything? What's their maturity level, right? Knight of Swords here. Your fear is stability. Toxic energy here with the Devil in reverse. You're like, they've got to be more considerate of other people's feelings when they start acting flighty, right? They've got to stop and think about how their actions impact other people, which we did not see in the history in this person. We did not see that. You're like, they got to cut that shit out, or I'm going to have to cut them out. You may be feeling like you've freed yourself from this a little bit. Devil in reverse. You may feel like you've cut them out energetically already. How does Virgo feel about it? Let's check in. Let's take a look, Virgo. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about it, Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. How does Virgo feel? Would you give this person another chance? Is there anything here towards this person? Let's take a look. Where are you on this thing, Virgo? Where are you on this thing? Where are you on this thing, Virgo? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Where are you on this thing, Virgo? Look at that Lover's card on the bottom of the deck. Woo! Deep soul connection, though. Oh, Virgo. Seven of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. Ace of Wands. You know, your take is this. You do have fucks to give. You do care. You're invested. I think you're on the fence about what to do on this thing or what you would do. What I know you would definitely do, I think you would hear them out. With the Seven of Pentacles, I think you would give them your ear for a moment, right? I think that you have hope that this thing could be the long haul. Your issue is the instability. And it's like Knight of Swords, Ace of Wands, it's like this energy of them rushing in. And the problem with that in your mind is, yeah, you feel real passionate right now toward me, but is this thing going to stand the test of time? You know, are you going to be committed to me in the times where the passion ebbs and flows? And that passion does that, all right? And I kind of think this person acts a lot on instinct and passion and not on being stable and grounded and committed, or at least that's been their history, and I think that's your biggest issue. So I think your approach with this Seven of Pentacles here would be, let's wait and see. I'll hear them out. I'm not going to jump back into anything with them, but I'll give them some time and, just I'll observe. And I'll see. And okay, maybe they come toward me like this ball of lightning here. But I want to see how it is when the passion fades, when the fire goes out, right? Are they still there? Are they still stable and grounded? And are they rooted in this thing like they're thinking they can be with that Ten of Pentacles that we saw? Or are they going to get distracted again? Oh, look, a squirrel. Another person, whatever, right? What's their next move toward Virgo? Let's take a look. We're going to take a look at their next move toward you, Virgo. What is this person's next action, please, toward my Virgo friends? What is this person's next action toward Virgo? What's this person's next action? What's this person's next action? What's this person's next action? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's this person's next action? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's this person's next action toward Virgo? What's this person's next action, please, toward Virgo? What's this person's next action toward the Virgo people? What's this person's next action toward Virgo? Nine of Cups, Five of Wands in the reverse, Ace of Pentacles. Tell me more about the Nine of Cups. Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay. Seven of Cups in reverse. 2 sevens, by the way. I had a bunch of sevens come out in the Leo reading, just FYI. I had 4 in a row. Boom, 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 right behind each other. And now I have these. Is it me seeing the repeating sevens, or is this y'all, or is this all of us? I don't know. Nonetheless, let's talk about the Seven of Swords in reverse. Expressing regret forlorn, dropping their ego. That's why the Nine of Cups is here in the reverse. So I had to clarify that because I'm like, what is that? Seven of Cups in reverse. You're the only one for me. I'm ready to commit. Five of Wands in reverse. I'm tired of all the chaos and drama. I want to be more peaceful. Stable offer. That's their thinking. So it's slated to go well. Big caveat. Do they have the wherewithal to see this through? In the good times and the bad, for rich or for poor, all that stuff. That doesn't have to do with wedding vows. That's if you're making a commitment overall. Are you going, this is you to them, are you going to stick with me whenever you're not feeling the passion, or I'm not having the best day? Because life's sometimes, right? After the commitment and the hoopla and the happiness, after about a week of, banging your brains out with each other on reconciliation energy, then comes the relationship. And that comes work. There comes work, right? To nurture that. And that's your question. And I want to look at it. And I'm going to. We're going to delve into everything on Patreon. We're going to look at how this person is coming toward you. Have they matured? What are the long-term energies between you two? And we'll do the All Signs Crosswatcher over on Patreon. The link is below this video for the extended reading, Team Virgo. I will see you guys then. Thank you so much for tuning in, beautifuls.